Hey, Capt here, preacher at large, teaching the word, inspiring, 5 minutes at a time. Hey, trying to work through some camera issues. For some reason, I'm a little bit blurry and I can't figure it out because it's perfect before the live stream starts. So we'll have to work on that. But today I was in 2nd Chronicles, and the title is Give 100%. And we have to give 100% in the Christian walk. As with everything in life, we should be given 100%. Now, there's a king in Israel who didn't give 100%. He gave 99%. Now, if you've done any studies in the Old Testament, you'll know there were very few good kings between Judah and Israel. I think if my memory serves me right, there was about 4 good kings. There was 0 in the nation of Israel. In between Judah and when Judah was part of Israel, there was 4 good kings. And Asa was considered one of those good kings. But the problem with Asa is he didn't give it 100%. Right? So let's take a look. If we start in 2 Chronicles 15:2, and it talks about Asa as he's beginning to his reign, and it says, and he went out to meet Asa, and he said to him, hear me, Asa, and all of Judah and Benjamin. The Lord is with you while you are with him. If you seek him, he will be found by you, but if you forsake him, he will forsake you. So there's the prophecy to start off his reign. And all he has to do is seek God, seek the Lord in everything he does. And he does this in most things. He destroys all the temples, and he destroys all the Asherah poles and all the idols, and he goes through and he wipes out, he removes one of the queen mothers because she was idol worshiping. And things were good for a long time for Asa. But the one thing he didn't do, there's one little line in there, it says, in verse 17 of 2 Chronicles 15, it says, but the high places were not removed from Israel. So up on the mountaintops, there were still some other idols up there. And he decided, for whatever reason, not to remove those. He took all the ones down in the city and all around and cleared out the temple. But there were a few high places. And back then, when you say a high place, they literally mean a high place up on a mountain where you could look up to them and look up to the mountain. That same verse says, nevertheless, the heart of Asa was loyal all the days. So here's Asa, a good king. He's loyal to God, but he's not given 100%. And who knows what else God could have done or how long his life could have lasted if he'd just given 100%. You see, it's not enough just to be good. You got to give it all. And here we see Asa at the end of his life. 2 Chronicles 16 and verse 12. And in his 39-year reign, Asa became diseased in his feet. And his malady was severe. So he had this disease. It was causing issues. Yet in his disease, he did not seek the Lord, but the physicians. Now, there's nothing wrong with going to a physician as long as you've sought the Lord first. See, the issue here was this is not just the first time. As you read along here, just prior to this, Asa's doing really good, serving the Lord, but then all of a sudden, he decides to rely on earthly kings in a battle just prior to this. And basically, that's what caused this malfeasance in his feet, because he disobeyed the Lord. And God would have healed him. Right? We had a prophecy in the very beginning. If you seek me, I'll be there with you. All he had to do was seek the Lord for this. But he chose not to for whatever reason. The reminder today is we got to give 100%. And I'm afraid that Asa is a picture of the church today. They try to be good. They sort of look good. They do the right things. But they just don't give 100%. So would you consider giving 100% today? Now, go get your face in the Bible.